Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Ooh, let's get in here all kinds of close to one another.
Here and accounted for, I think. Here comes everybody.
Here comes everybody.
Everybody start running. Oh,
We're gonna be late.
you know what it is? We're never on time.
No.
So, like, the idea
let's stop. Hey, you're never on time. I've been out here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Amanda Chafin, hello. Hey, Farmer Meemaw.
Okay, so who we got? We got Hidden Within Myself, Cecilia, Mimsy, Wanderlust, April. 2 family. Wow. They're early.
Granny Frammy.
Duncan, Mark,
Amanda Chafin.
Granny Fanny, Geeky
Frammy.
Gardens, Amanda Chafin, Farmer Meemaw.
Anita, what's up?
Let's see, D, Cecilia. Already said Cecilia. Anita!
Linda
What's going
Jacobs.
on, Anita?
Hello. Hello, everybody.
So what's going on, everybody?
Right?
Whoop,
2
whoop.
families say cute t-shirt there, Miss Robin.
Smith Family Ranch.
Smithfield. Now that's funny. Daryl is still washing the truck. I have a salmon in the oven. That sounds good. We're having fried chicken tomorrow. I'm super excited.
City girl, country heart.
Peep, 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 peep.
I guess that means she kept them alive.
I hope so.
Whoop, whoop.
Keeping fingers crossed. I hope.
Raise the roof for you, city girl. So, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a
Mama Z, what's
good
up?
day.
I cooked the whole chicken in the Instant Pot. That needs to be like a country song.
You know I like my Instant Pot.
That's funny. City Girl said yes, all is good. So they all pulled through. I'm excited. Thank you. That's awesome to hear.
So, you did a thing this week in the Big Bear Nation Facebook group.
Yes, I did.
You did a thing.
Now I've done this thing before,
Yes.
but it didn't get nearly.
Mama Grooves, Mama Grooves, Mama Grooves. Hello.
It didn't get nearly as much attention last time as it did this time, and I think that was because everybody saw it last time, and maybe they saw it a little bit too late, so they didn't comment as much on it. But this time around, we had quite a few people that commented, and that was pretty cool.
Doing the redneck thing.
Cecilia said, like the review on the new fence system. Good. Yes, there was peeping most of the night, and thanks to the sun. He was a big help. Awesome.
Awesome song.
Hey, first time here. What kind of trouble we getting in today?
Oh, you don't even know.
You have no idea the trouble we've been in today.
Let me go ahead and just apologize now for some of the things that's probably going to happen in a Do Not Disturb. That's going to happen up in here. Be right back. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing, April?
She's going to get the liquor so that every time we say bat, she can take a shot.
Oh, yeah. That's a... I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but New Year's Eve, I'm not saying Happy New Year.
Mm-mm.
Nope. I'm saying Jumanji. Jumanji. I win the Jumanji. Of course, I still have dinosaurs on the bingo board, so
You're not quite done, huh?
Not quite looking to. I don't think I'm going to be a winner because I don't know. Anybody that got Black Plague, you can go ahead and put your
little marker
put your little
on
chip
there
on there.
on your bingo card. And who had double
hurricane
double hurricane
double
overlap?
hurricanes? Anyway, who had that? Who had that? So
Yeah, so to all of our friends and
Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, the gate is open.
Yeah, we're definitely praying for all of you. I have family that lives in Louisiana, really close friends that might as well be family in Louisiana. I'm going to say, holy crap, I'm glad that is over. Yes. I saw, and I can't remember, I want to try and give credit to whoever it was that I saw did this, but they said they were working on t-shirts, and it said, basically, made it through 2020, and all I got is this crappy t-shirt, or something like that. It was cute. Yep, keeping all in path of storms and prayers, yeah. I'm going to be getting the, oh, you're going to be in it too, huh? Ugh.
Who?
Mimsy.
Yeah. So, has this ever, does anybody know? I have not had the chance to Google it and look it up. Has two storms like that ever hit like this
That
close
quickly?
together,
I don't know.
together, or at the same time?
I haven't heard, I know there's been a lot of media coverage on it, but I've gotten to the point where I just don't.
Because what is the name? Like
Can't
Marco and
Polo, no. Marco and Lauren, I
Lauren.
think. Which is hilarious.
Which one's out in the lead right now? Is it Marco or Lauren?
Oh, L comes before M, so it
the-
should be Lauren.
So
and
what
then
if Lauren
Marco.
pumps the brakes
Uh-huh.
and waits for Marco to catch up?
Okay, City Girl says 1933, and then some other people say first time in history
Yeah.
ever. So it's kind of one of the, right before the Great Depression.
Yeah. So, because we know a Lauren, and
Mhm.
it would not be out of her personality wheelhouse to pump the brakes and wait for the other one to catch up.
I know, right?
Just saying.
Love me some Lauren.
You know, and just like, how do they go about picking these names?
I don't know. We've had two within a week. First time for two in the Gulf.
That's just crazy.
Yikes.
I mean, is it some little guy in a back room that wasn't very popular in high school, and he just picks all the names of the people that picked on him and all the girls that wouldn't go out
Well,
with him?
if that's the case, then where did Isaias come from?
Maybe she was a foreign exchange student.
I don't know, but it was the Spanish name for Isaiah or something. So it was kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna. In 1933, there were two at the same time, but I think that they were not both in the Gulf. They hit landfall at the same time. So this is the first time that they've both been in the Gulf together at the same time. And Dee said they've had two hit within a week of each, within the week, but not at the same time.
So, most definitely got all those people in the path of these storms are up on the prayer wall, and we will be hardcore praying for y'all. Just like my California people. We've been telling y'all to get out of California for a while, but
Lindsay said it's hotter than Hades here too, so these could blow up like Katrina in the hot waters.
And my cat, like TJ Miller, posted a little map.
Yeah, where's he at?
He'll get here. Posted a little map on Facebook, and he tagged a bunch of us, and about where
all the fires,
fires
were.
and stuff were compared to where he is. We do know that Blaze was instructed to put together a bug out bag, 3 days worth of his stuff, in case they need to have to bug out of where he's
Evacuate,
at in California. So when y'all are praying, please keep the California folks, especially my son, in your prayers.
Yeah,
Because
we're
my
holding our
son-
breath on that one.
My son is going to be the guy that's going to be like the last one getting on the bus, because he's going to be out there taking pictures and trying to be funny with it, like taking a selfie like this with it, and next thing you know, Blaze will be blazed.
No,
So-
he's not. He's not at Pendleton.
So
I'm waiting to see if they combine. Yeah, the storms. I'm hoping they don't turn into one big storm.
it could happen.
Wow. 106 in Nevada. Yes, we have family near the fires. Very, very scary. Prayers for Blaze and everyone near there.
North Central
Enriched
Washington.
Refuge. Cool.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All
So, we've got a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world, in the news. And I hope you guys are paying attention like we are, reading writings on the wall, and getting your proverbial duckies in a row. There is a lot. I don't know about y'all, but it's already the middle of August, and I'm already done with the political ads on YouTube. I'm already done with the political ads coming out on the radio.
Yes.
I'm so done
I'm
with
even tired of getting my phone, like,
Yeah,
text
they're texting the
messages on the
phones
phone.
now. What's up with that?
Look, out of spite, I mean, I already wasn't going to vote for the guy, but, like, I really chose not to vote for the guy that ran for the runoff for the congressional or the whatever it is, seat.
Come on, get with it now.
State seat. No, Congress. He was representative. I'm sorry. The representative seat he was running for. And, I mean, I already had a real strong reason for not voting for him. But when he started bombarding my phone with text messages, I was done.
You know, I'm going to pull my nerd card out here for a second. And I'm going to say, I really feel like that this year has been in the middle. I've been in the middle of like a role-playing game of like Dungeons and Dragons and something. And we're coming up with all these. We're coming up with all these challenges, and whoever's throwing the dice does not know how to throw a 20-sided dice, and he is just throwing it in low numbers all the time, and we're all getting hosed for it. I think we need to pass the dice to somebody else. Somebody else.
Roll the one.
Now, somebody needs to do a little of this stuff, or kiss them, baby, kiss them, you know. But wow, because I mean, look at all the things that we've had.
I need a new GM. Is it sad to think that the demo Vice will win it for him? Oh.
Yeah.
I actually like her.
Yeah.
My 75-year-old aunt in Scotts Valley, California, an independent care center was evacuated on Thursday. Wow. Sorry to
We
hear
will
that.
pray for her. Put her.
Which is also challenging because of the, with the COVID stuff that's going on. That's also an issue as well.
Yeah. Mimsy, if you can put up the email address a little bit more often tonight. Look, y'all, we know there's a lot going on. There's a lot of COVID cases on the rise, the fires, the storms, the civil unrest, all that junk. Look, if you've got people in those areas and you want them prayed for, throw us an email. In the subject line, put prayer list, and we'll get them up on the prayer wall. Robin will be putting out, we're starting over again tomorrow. And so definitely we will get them up there. And we'll, God, He answers prayers. He may not answer it the way
that you want it.
Want it to get answered for sometimes, but He does answer prayer, and He's a loving, powerful God that we need to talk to Him more.
Yes.
So Robin did a thing this week. And we're going to turn it into a weekly contest. Now, we kind of turned it this week into one without y'all knowing about it. And we picked the winner. And how we picked the winner is there were two of them that had the most laughy faces on them. Now, Robin made a post of it said, "You might be a homesteader if." And then she left it up to y'all to come up with it. Like the whole, you might be a redneck if. Well, you might be a homesteader if. Let me tell y'all, some of y'all had me belly laughing really, really hard.
And then some, it was like you could empathize.
Oh,
You're like,
you'd be like, ooh, I've been there.
when your reason for being late is because the goats were out. Like, I could totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Have I been cooking up a storm? Yes. If you're smart, if your farts smell just like your cows. I love it. Anyway, so
we're going to tell you who won that a little bit later in the show. But if you were on our email list, you kind of got the hint early in the week that we were doing this contest, so you had time to jump on over to the Facebook group and throw your entry in there.
nice.
And so if you want to get on that email list, when Mimsy puts up our
She already did.
email, go ahead and just send us an email in the subject line, put email list, and we'll get you on that. Because when we do giveaways and stuff, 90% of the time, that's who we pick our winners from. And they definitely get the heads up when we pull something like this out of our hat.
Terry, you need to check your spam. But yeah, definitely send us your email address because we haven't. We've put down everybody that sends stuff in, so I've checked and double checked that because we've even had people's emails come to our spam, and so I've had to catch them out of our spam to put them in the.
All right, y'all, we have to hold on a second because Brenda had a phone call. So we're all just going to sit around and just wait for Brenda to come back. Because she announced it in the chat. She said, I'll be right back. I have a phone call. So when Brenda comes back, we're all going to bombard her with 20 questions of who was on the phone.
You're so mean.
Why did you feel it was important to take that phone call in the middle of a live show? I love messing with Brenda. Brenda is good people.
Time. What is time? I ain't got one email in a long time. Teresa, resend me an email. Make sure you don't unsubscribe because if you unsubscribe, you're not getting my emails.
Yep.
Because I have had a couple people who unsubscribed to it.
A bunch of people. We had like 122 and now we're down to like 112.
Yeah. So
a lot of y'all might have accidentally hit the unsubscribe button, Teresa.
27 in here and only 11. I know, right?
I want to know why there's only 27.
It happens.
Y'all need to share it out there and get everybody in here. We've been going on for 20 minutes now.
No, Teresa, this is different. This is through your email. You have to email that email address that Mimsy just put up, and in the subject line, just put email list, and then we'll take your email address and we'll send you an email before each live, and then we usually send out an email when we put out a video. What?
You got the hiccups.
No,
you just like hiccup like twice.
Oh.
I was like, you gotta raise your hands above your head.
Oh. So this isn't through YouTube. This is through something totally different. So you have to send us your email, and then we'll send you an email, because a lot of times YouTube doesn't send out our stuff right away to people. Sometimes, and I know that just from my own experience. I didn't get Deanna's notification for her video. You got it like almost right away. I didn't get it till like 2 days later. So
maybe if she would have sent it in helium.
No.
Then maybe you would have got it.
No, I knew that she had done the video, but what I'm saying is I didn't get the notification.
And I'm wondering where
later.
she's at.
I feel like I know the answer to this. I don't know.
You feel like you know the answer.
But I don't.
Okay. So.
Possibly a munchkin voice. I know, right? Maybe. Possibly.
We represent.
So, our day today. We got to bed pretty late last night because we were enjoying each other's company. We were all kind of hanging out. Went to bed.
There they are.
Whew.
They always show up late.
Went to bed.
Who would think comes no out?
We woke up at a decent, we kind of slept in a little bit.
You know, we can start doing this every Saturday. We got like a 20-minute cushion that we could just talk bad about them, and then they show up. So they would never know unless they, after we were done
Unless
the live
they go
show,
back and watch
go
the
back
first
and
20
watch
minutes.
it, and they had to watch
Well,
the
you
first
kind of
20
messed
minutes.
up because you just told them that that's what we were going to do, so now they
Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying. So.
Yeah.
Went to bed. Oh no, I feel like wet the bed, not went to bed. Or they could be hiding in the back watching. Mm-hmm. We could always replay.
So here it is. Getting summertime is clicking away.
Look, just to give y'all a heads up, so Teresa just emailed and City Girl just emailed, and they both went to my spam. So definitely I'll take a look at all that and make sure. But if you're just go ahead and send your email in, and we'll make sure that we add you.
So, Robin, is Cattywampus keeping you up?
No, we've had an
an
interesting
aerobic
day.
Exercise.
We
this
are very
morning.
tired because we've been. Let's just say I've already got my steps in for the day.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy.
Robin, are you still working from home? No. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope.
Sweet Pea Farm, New York. What's
Well,
going on?
hello. Y'all need to stop yawning. It's been rough. We got up at like 7. Well, I got up at like 7:20, 7:30. I got a text message from Dee at 7:30 in the morning. I have a brilliant idea. I'm like, good morning. And so then it kind of went downhill from there. It was great.
Oh, it didn't go down. It didn't go down.
I'm sorry you were still asleep for 30 minutes before.
No. Don't even play.
The Max, what's up, y'all?
I was pooping and watching you guys chase that pig from the window. I had to go.
So I get up, I make my coffee.
The Max.
And Carol Ann is really good about when she gets up. Within about 10 minutes of getting up, she's out the door, right? So she gets out the door, she's doing her chores. Ladessa's about to kind of go out behind her. And I've just gotten my coffee, I'm sitting down, and I hear the dog barking a lot. And I'm like...
And that would be Gizmo, the livestock guardian dog.
So then I'm like, Ladessa, do me a favor and go check on your sister. Make sure the cows, because we had moved the cows up to the front. Make sure the cows are not out. Okay. So she goes outside and she doesn't come back right away, which is my first indicator that there's something wrong. So I go outside and I hear, which is never good because you know that there's a high stress situation.
How'd that go again?
It was anyway.
One more time. You almost gave me the finger live on YouTube.
So I go. I'm like, I wish I have to learn how to like that thing there. I got to do that somehow because that's what I really needed to do. But instead, I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I find out, "Hello,
Kitty.
Hey, Kitty, what's up?"
Kitty.
And so I hear both girls fussing at each other. And
Which, by the way, one is a tween. Oh, how do you say
no,
it? A twin?
You can't really call her a tween because she's like 2 months away from being 13.
Okay,
she's not even.
They're both teenagers.
Yeah.
And which automatically makes you just want to shoot yourself in the face. But not only are they just teenagers, but they're teenage girls.
Right. We have 12 and 14, but she's about to be 13. She's about to be 15. So they're certainly, very close. They're only 20 months apart.
And they're both alphas.
Yes, they're both headstrong and both want to be in charge. Yes.
And personally, I think just put on some MMA gloves.
Just let them go at it.
And let them go at it.
So,
I'll play goalie. If one starts to get out of the ring, I'll kick it back in.
So basically, I go out there, and Carol is in full spasm mode because that's what she does under pressure right now. And Ladessa's just yelling at her, trying to get her to calm down because she needs to know exactly what, she needs to do. And so I get out there, and I haven't brought my coffee with me because I'm just going out to make sure that, heads aren't rolling. And so we find out that the sow is out, Leia, she's out, and she's over by the feed, and Carol is fussing at her. Don't talk about them babies. So Carol's over by the feed, and she's fussing at the pig, trying to get her back, and she's screaming at Ladessa, saying, "You lied, da-da-da." They're going back and forth. So I'm like, okay, hold up.
Ooh, JCB Farm and Garden.
What's up?
A long time
John,
no see.
what's up?
Some of our all-time old favorites are coming back.
Yeah, cool.
It is so great to see Kitty and Anita and JCB Farm. All of y'all. Woohoo.
I wish people like Ariel and them would come back in. I'd love to see old school people in here to kind of.
We miss our inner core.
So anyway, we're sitting there, and I'm trying to diffuse the situation and try to figure out what the heck is going on. Besides the fact that there's this 600-pound sow just sitting in front of us, just munching down on the feed that is obviously spilled on the ground.
Yeah, because she's like, don't pay attention to me. I'm just over here eating.
No, you're part of it, Teresa. We're glad to see you here, too. So, so then basically what happened is, come to find out,
Tanya's here.
Ladessa had told us we did not go get feed last week. So we were kind of trying to clean out everything to get all the barrels empty before we started putting new feed in, right? So we started to do that, and what ended up happening is Ladessa was telling everybody she didn't have any feed left. Well, she did, and with all the rain we've had, the rain got into the bucket, and kind of the story that I got was that it was all the stuff that was stuck on the bottom, and then when the rain came, it kind of mixed everything and loosened everything up. That's the story I got. So anyway, we finally figure out how to get the pig back in, and everybody start doing what they're going to do. And we were going to... No, I came back inside. That's right. I came back inside, came to give you your coffee, and
well, you made it act like I didn't even come out there.
No, you did.
You just
right.
skipped over the fact that Jason got done pooping and came outside and got the pig back in the pen, picked up.
I didn't even say you came out. So he came outside. He helped Carol get the... or Ladessa, because we ended up getting Ladessa in there. We put up some fencing on the inside of the pen because she literally picked up the tin and just pushed right through the wall.
Well, and in all honesty, that spot that they're in was not meant for them to be in there and chill
for a long period of time.
Uh-uh. It was their birthing area.
Right.
Now, because Han, the big boar, decided he was just going to wreak all kind of havoc because he just got a wild hare one day.
What's up, Brett?
He busted through the pallets, but also he taught us a lesson. See, those pallets have been up for 4 years, 5 years, maybe longer.
Almost as long as we've been here. It was one of the first things.
And it was the pig's way, or really it was God's way of using the pig to say, hey, you're ignoring this situation over here and you're taking this for granted. You have not done any preventative maintenance. So let me show you what happens
Boom.
when preventative maintenance doesn't get done. And he just
pushed
picked up 2 or 3 pallets and just
slung them off to the side.
Because how we set them, we screw them together and then we put bracer boards on either side. Well, after so long, because we didn't paint them, we were just going off the fact that the pallets were heat treated. And to be honest, I'm thankful they lasted as long as they did. But in retrospect, I should have been paying closer attention to to that area, especially as he started getting bigger.
I mean, he's a 700-ish pound. He's as big as Obama and Henry both were. I mean, he's massive.
And it could have been something as simple as, I try to make Han out to be the bad pig here because he basically kind of walked through them. But it could have been something as simple as every single pig, if you've got pigs, you know this, when they get an itch on their butt.
Oh, yeah.
When they get an itch on their booty, they put that thing up there like that. Put it up there. They get it, and then they do this. They do this.
And then the shoulder.
And then the shoulder. And they kind of do that kind of stuff right there. And because they weigh so much and they put so much into it, if they're on the fencing, you can watch 4 or 5 pallets
move together,
because they're all connected. And they've bent T-posts. If they get on a little tree, the poor tree, and I'm talking, when I say little tree, I'm talking about a tree that's about 6 to 8 inches around.
Yeah, they'll bend it over.
And they move it, and it's like, shh. And if you're not paying attention and all you're seeing is the top of the tree going like this, you're thinking,
Jason, remember, this is family rated.
What? I just.
No, he didn't pick. It's not recommended for children. We're good.
Y'all are wrong on so many levels.
So yeah, they will definitely, when you're growing big breeder pigs, when you're growing piglets, you don't have to worry about it as much. But when you're growing big breeder pigs, you really do have to start paying attention to that. And so that's something we were having to do. But anyway, she was in that pen and she got out. And so we ended up getting her back in. Jason helped Ladessa. They put some of the dog paneling fencing up over it so she can't push through. Mm-hmm. And then we got her back in. And so then Jason's like, come on, let's go back into the house. I haven't had any coffee yet. And I'm like, yeah, mine's cold. So let's go back in.
Cold? Yours, you drank all of yours.
Shut your face.
No, look.
It was cold because I poured it out.
No, you didn't pour it out. You were standing over there like... Are we going to put this pig up?
No, I was not. So we come back inside. We had a call from your old teacher. We were talking about pigs and cows and chickens and turkeys. And we were just about ready. Carol and I were going to go get feed. And so I'm walking out the door and Carol screamed. No, Ladessa came in and screamed, "The cows are out!" And we're like, which ones? Just all of them.
And it wasn't really all of them. And again,
well, all of the ones up front.
Again, they
tell her we said hi.
We're gonna have a video coming out here pretty soon about this scenario, and it's, if you have cows or you're thinking about having cows and raising calves, this is going to be a very important video for you guys to watch, because it's something that we're changing the way that we are doing it because of some of the things that we learned.
Because of this. Because of what we learned today.
Well, it's not necessarily what we learned today, but we've been learning it with these two.
Yeah, and it's becoming very apparent that the definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. And that's where we're at right now. We are insane. So we're going to stop the insanity and we're going to try something different. But anyway, so today what happened, all of the 4 got out. We have the 3 females and Freckles up top. And we're not worried about them getting out and moving around too much because the outside perimeter of the property is fenced. So we're not super stressed. You all right? We're not super stressed about them being out. It's just a matter of containing them.
Ooh, sorry. Just had a burp.
Oh, that's yucky. So we the girls and I start to try and push them back. And in the meantime,
Bumbling Acres.
Jason came out and he started to help us, and we start moving everybody, and we're moving Jason looks at the paddock they're in. He's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and move them to a different paddock. And one of the things that I've learned with these cows is that if we just kind of don't push them and just let them chill for a little bit, one, they're going to tell us why they moved. Like a lot of times they're moving to a specific area. And what we basically found is that they were going to a different area.
Okay, you are fixing to give up the whole video, and I really wish you would stop. You do this to me all the time. And you hurt my feelings.
It's not going to give
really
up the video.
Yes, it is. It's giving up the video.
Okay, whatever. We had a bad day, y'all. We had to chase some cows, and then we ended up giving up and putting them all in the back. There's our day. So, Bumbling Acres, they said that they met us at the HOA last year. Hey, Dee, what's up? We were wondering where you were. So, let's see. This week, coming up, what have we got going on?
Brad said...
Marine and wife. We talked a little smack about Jeremiah as Marines. Oh, that's Joe and...
And there you go.
Sorry. Congratulations.
I bet you right now they're going like this.
I think that's...
Robin!
I think that's them. If it
We
is,
just had a bad day now because Robin put our names out on the internet.
If it is, congratulations. I think that's who that is. Congratulations to y'all, I believe. If that is who I think it is. I'm not used to seeing their farm name.
So Brad said he watched the Gallagher fencing video.
Yes, yeah, Joe and Deb. That's it. Had the baby yesterday.
Yes.
Yay! She's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, we are so thankful it looks like Mom.
Amber, I love the name. It's beautiful. They put it on Facebook, so it's. But her name is beautiful. I love, and she's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
Well, how big was she?
I didn't pay attention to all that. Don't mind the name sharing. First time we made it to this. Yes, I know.
You know, saying that, talking about you don't mind the name sharing just really hurts my argument. You know, does anybody ever take my side in this chat room at all?
Hey, Dawn, what's up?
I mean, anybody?
Yeah. So,
when Kitty comes back, Kitty will take my side.
8 pounds, 4 ounces. Woo! And they did a home birth. So that's like the new thing. Like,
that's two home births in the same week.
Yes, yes. And actually, I feel like I saw that there was a third one that was born. We have a lot of babies coming into the Homestead community. Mm-hmm. There's still a couple
does anybody know if Ben Holler put that baby down yet? Or
I know,
let anybody else hold it?
Chris, what's up? That's Dee's husband. Deanna's husband.
Duh.
Well, I didn't know if you... Yeah, TJ, just show up whenever you want. Holler Homestead had a girl. Yeah. Well, what Jason was saying is that every time he talks to Ben, Ben's got the baby. Like, he's like, has he put the baby down since she was born?
It's like I was talking with Ben Holler on Marco Polo, and we were talking, and I said, you know what's really... Because we were talking dad to dad, father of girls, together. And I said, well, you know what's really cool? When both my girls were little, Facebook was kind of getting started. YouTube was kind of getting started. There really wasn't an Instagram or a Snapchat or any of this other stuff. I said, so there is actually no photographic evidence of me wearing a tiara or a tutu at a princess tea party.
Nope.
You, my friend, are hosed.
Yes. Oh, I found it. Yay.
And so, but no, we were super excited for the Hollers, and now Bumblebee.
That would be bumbling.
Bumblebee.
So
Whatever. And I get excited when new life comes in because...
Especially when we know that it's going to be like... Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm just going to leave that alone.
No, you can say it because I'm probably fixing to get ready to say the same thing.
Go ahead.
I am so
Lone Star!
I'm so excited about new life coming into this community and knowing how that they're going to be raised because I'll tell you what, I am 45 years old. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a spring chicken, but I ain't one that needs a stew pot yet. I'm still in there holding my own. But there's going to come a day that I'm going to have to sit back and let these other young bucks, these other young roosters...
yeah, on our team. That's it. That's exactly right, Doug.
take charge. And the ones that are going to be taking charge are the same ones that were eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms. I don't know about y'all, but that scares the ever-loving crap out of me.
Can you imagine how Jason will react when he's going to be a grandpa? I know, right?
Oh, Blaze is done. Oh, never mind. I can't say. Mister, I'm going to stay single.
Oh, yeah. We all knew better than that.
Yeah.
The best part is, I don't know how many of you have grown children, but when you see them do something that you absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, know that it came from how you raised them, like, it is just awesome to see. Like, it just cracked me up. Because, and I'm not going to get too busy into it, but, like, he said that he's met this girl. But he said that he's just, right now, they're just, like, best friends. They just hang out, and I, of course, was picking on him, said he was in his friend zone. And he said, no. He said, that's not what it is. He said that he believes that the person that he's going to end up with is going to be his best friend first. Will have to be his best friend. And, of course, I had to, bust his chops. And I was like, I wonder where you learned that one from.
It's very one of the things that I think that I enjoy most now that my son is out of the house and he is doing his thing out there is to start to see the seeds that we planted in this boy actually start to germinate and start to produce some type of fruit. It may be tiny little fruit at the time being, but hey, we're producing fruit. We'll just
look. I was
prune it back.
I thought it was super cool. I was talking to him about my breakfast burritos before we put out the video, and he reached out to me and he's like, "Mom, I am so gonna make those breakfast burritos. That was awesome." And I was like, "Oh, it was cute." So, what? I'm sorry, he wasn't jumping around going out and buying a smart fence. Didn't hurt your feelings.
What's he gonna use a smart fence for in the Marine Corps?
Exactly! Get over it!
He should get one. And then that is a drinking game right there. That's a drinking game.
No. It's better than the first. You made me want to add more to my breakfast burritos. They look so.
Dawn golf.
They
Did you
are.
say hi to
Really,
Dawn?
I did.
I thought you did. I just wanted to. I didn't see it.
Yep. So, yeah, breakfast burritos. I'll tell you, we did have a comment. Somebody said that they make them and then they put country gravy in there. Now, I imagine that would be really good, but I don't know how well it would do being frozen. Ooh.
Is he going to the sandbox?
He's Marine too, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hoorah. So anyway, we had that going on. So what have we got going on this week coming?
I'm kind of waiting to see what Doug says. Where is he getting deployed to? I mean, with the Marine Corps, it's not very many places.
Heat them in the oven if they're frozen. I think put a donut in there and I'm in. I think City Girl. We've been wait till he raises 94 broilers and you have to help process them. I know, right? Let's see. How long do you need to freeze them or what?
Brad, read what Brad said.
Don't teach him about smart fences. You will get old sometime, and he may use that instead of a nursing home.
Which made me think of, what if I showed up to the nursing home and I showed up with sponsors and it'd be like, I'm showing up with a smart fence.
All right. And they're moving everyone from the sandbox and going to let's see. As far as heating them, City Girl, I think we put them on 350 and I think about 20 minutes when they're solid frozen. But what I think we started doing is we take them out of the freezer and put them in the fridge the night before so they have a little bit of a chance to kind of thaw out a little bit. Because one thing they noticed is that, well, we were cooking them at 400, and when we did that, the outer edges were getting hot, and then the inside wasn't as warm. So then by the time you got the inside warm, the outside was like crispy. So they turned it down to 350, and about 20 minutes is about where it is. Trying to see.
He's going on a float. We will put him up on the prayer wall.
Y'all are the best. Much love. Getting everything ready for bed. I bet. Yes. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Get some sleep.
Congratulations again on that beautiful little girl.
Can't wait to see her face to face.
Maybe a year or so, but
I don't know. I know we're going to make the Homesteading Life Conference next year.
yep, we got a year
If I got to pay
to find somebody. Yeah, I figured that's what he was going to do. Alright, so anyway, let's see. This week coming, we're going to be working on...
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm done trying to transition us into something else.
I caught myself.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Now in Vegas. Wow, yay. That's no bueno either. I don't like Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas. Have you?
Mm-mm. But I don't like the idea of it. I would much rather go to some other places than go to
Where would
Vegas.
you rather go than Vegas?
The mountains, Europe, back down to the
Okay,
Caribbean.
Hold on a second. How does Europe get in the same box as Vegas?
Why do you say that?
Well, one's on across the pond. The other one's just
Both
couple
of them
miles down the
require
road.
me getting on an air. What?
No, we could drive to Vegas.
You can drive to Vegas. I'm not driving to Vegas. You can kiss my
No, I'm
butt
not getting on a plane.
I'm not driving to Las Vegas.
We'll get on a train.
Nope. It's okay, but you get over it fast. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, so how's everybody doing with their fall gardens?
With the cross dissolve.
Yes, going into the fall, because we definitely the last couple of days we have been barely hitting 90. Like we'll be
I know, it's been so
like
nice.
yeah, it'll be like really high 60s overnight, and then it's in the 70s in the morning, and then by like 3 o'clock it'll just barely hit 90, and then it passes. So
I have to go around and fix all the screens because of how you tease Apollo, and he's busted the screens and stuff through.
because the Eiffel Tower is in Vegas, then there's the connection. There you go.
Who said that?
Doug? Because there is an Eiffel Tower in Vegas.
Sometimes I question which side he is on.
Yeah, Texas, no bueno. It's way too hot there.
But see, we got a lot of friends in Texas.
I know, but I'm kind of thankful the weather seems to be shifting towards fall. Absolutely.
Yes.
We're the same way. But I'll tell you, it's weird, because I've been seeing this in posts all over Facebook, that everybody, even I was listening to Jess on her video yesterday, she was saying everything seems to be shifted about 2 weeks. You know, because she said usually she tears out her garden at the beginning of August, and now here we are almost to the end. And so everything seems to be about 2 weeks behind. And I really do see that. Like, we've got some things that should be dying back by now, and they're not quite done.
We got tomato plants with flowers. We got pepper plants that are still growing.
Yeah, no kidding. So
Yes.
that's what we're getting ready to talk about, is with all of the stuff that's still in the summer, make sure you're starting to save your seeds, because there is a good possibility that it's going to be hard to get seeds in 2021. So, that's what we've been doing is, and I'm having to stop myself, because like even with tomatoes, we still have a lot of tomato seed, but I want to save some of the stuff that we've grown, and so I have to stop myself, because there's times where I want to grab a tomato and put it straight into my mouth, and I'm like, take that inside. Got to go ahead and save some seed for next year.
How'd that go again?
No.
How'd you...
I go to take this tomato and put it in my mouth, and I'm like, no, don't do that. So, no. So if you can't find seed, it's going to be rough. So
I would grab any seed that you could possibly find heirloom wise, so that way you can save.
Smoothie Acres, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Heirloom Permaculture.
And really, we started a saving seed video playlist. I think we've got 2 on there so far. Squash seeds, which is also zucchini. Pumpkin, anything from the squash family is all the same. And then mustard seeds is on there. And then, wait a minute, there might be another one.
I don't know.
I have to look. But
so that's where we're kind of hardcore in right now, is making sure that we're saving seed while we're able to. We have a lot of different varieties of tomatoes. Yeah. The other thing too is making sure that if you have stuff that's a perennial, to go ahead and make sure that if you have to mulch or do anything to protect that stuff, so that you're not, like for instance, a good example, echinacea. From all the research, because I've never done anything with echinacea before, but from all the research that I've found, you have to wait until the 2nd year to harvest anything from echinacea to use for tea. So, if you've grown echinacea this year, definitely make sure that you're, taking care of that stuff, so that the following year you'll be able to harvest from it.
Now, some of your other root type vegetables, like radishes, they take forever
to go to seed. Yes.
But just be patient. One of the things that we're going to do this winter is I'm going to build some more raised beds, and they're going to be specifically for seed saving.
Wow. Doug, what up?
Ooh, thank you, Doug.
Baller. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Doug.
Good way to say good night.
Wow. Thank you, brother.
Wow. Thank you so much. Grow 10. Get some seed. We will definitely. Yeah, Kitty is an enabler. She encourages me to get yarn, seeds, like everything.
Yeah. But one of the things that we're going to do, and I suggest that you guys do this too, is build a couple of little raised beds.
I think we're going to use some of those the smaller ones.
And plant stuff in there like your radishes, carrots, stuff in there that take a while to go to seed. Like carrots is 2 years before you can save that seed. You got to let that puppy sit in the ground for 2 years. Okay?
Well, and also carrots, or not carrots, Swiss chard.
Yes.
I was reading about Swiss chard. We tried to save our seed from the Swiss chard this year, and it was taking up way too much real estate for us to wait for that seed to come. And we were close, but it wasn't drying. And so that's definitely something to consider and I like where Heirloom Permaculture was going with. It says grow 10, eat 8, save seeds from 2. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely true. But another thing that I was thinking that we would do is, because we're really starting to do some companion gardening, we can utilize that as well. We can put, if a cucumber and a this and a that, and they all work together, let's go ahead and make a mini bed so that they all do really well and save the seeds from those. So that's another,
And now, listen to me now. If you want, also when you're doing your seed saving, if you are just determined that if you put the Galaxy tomato in,
Oh, you're getting ready to talk about
you
F1s.
want just the Galaxy tomatoes. Like one of the things that Jess says she does is there's this netting that she puts around 2 flowers, and she ties it, and every now and then she walks by and smacks it, and then she saves the seeds from those 2 fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do something like that and you plant the Galaxy close to
Good night, Anna.
Big Beefy or another variety, they can cross pollinate.
Right,
and
that's
you can get an F1 hybrid.
Yeah, that's what Tinkerer's wife is saying. Dedicated area with the proper distance away from other varieties of the same type so they don't cross. Exactly.
Which sometimes is not necessarily a bad thing.
I don't worry about it because we're not going to be selling the seed, and we're not. If we give it to somebody, they're going to know that it might have cross-pollinated with something else. Like, that's just the way
when we
it's
send you a
gonna
seed,
be.
we're going to be like, this is an okra seed.
I mean, yeah. For instance, our okra every year crosses. It's not. We have some burgundy okra that is as long as the Perkins long pods, and they're not supposed to get that big. But the Perkins long pod is here, and the burgundy's here, and they cross-pollinate every year for us. Mm-hmm. So, yes, we have a lot of okra seed left. We don't grow the seed saving in the main garden. That gets its own area so that it doesn't affect food growing schedule. Fewer plants with lots of variety.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I was just talking about. Next year, we're going to have a area, matter of fact, even starting in the fall, excuse me, we are going to have an area set aside. We're going to plant a couple of this in there, a couple of that in there. And it's just to be able to save those seeds. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what we've been doing is we're trying to look at what we can start planting now, what kind of things that we, need to focus on and kind of go from there. So,
good night, Redneck Things. Thanks for coming by.
So, yeah.
We have been on an hour, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not seen that person in the Facebook.
Mm-mm.
From the Facebook thing.
Nope. I can't remember their channel name.
Do they have a channel?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And they haven't been in here.
They haven't been in here.
Is it someone that comes in here? Yes. They do.
I'm going to have to smack them around a little bit.
Yeah, they do come in here. Let's see. Have a great night. Night, John. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff.
Night, Brad.
That we're going to start planting. That we've started planting stuff that you're still gonna try and plant out in the big garden. They've been cleaning up the big garden all this week. So the book Seed to Seed by Suzanne Ashworth is very detailed into spacing and seed saving and storing. Well, that's cool.
Did you see that?
Huh?
Who said that? Perma?
No, that was Tinkerer's wife, I think.
Tinkerer's wife.
Yeah, Tinkerer's wife. Yeah.
Cool.
So.
We'll have to look that book up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wear aprons.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
How are things going in Pennsylvania?
Don't know. She totally threw me when she said they had to shut down the butcher shop. Or the processing. That sucked.
Yeah.
Good night, Brenda.
Well, we kind of need to wrap it up too.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's 9:00, so we probably need to call it a night. Let everybody.
Do we know, is Copper Kettle going on this evening? Do we know?
No.
Mama Z, do you know?
Love being a housewife. Good.
Copper Kettle going on tonight? Do we know? Or did she change her times again?
I thought I heard her say something about Sunday. Haven't grown hyssop, so I don't have any tips. But I'll tell you, if you're a member of the Big Bear Nation, definitely throw that out there. We have quite a few people in the group that are gardeners, so you might have somebody who knows something. So
we were glad that you were here, Kitty.
Yeah.
We miss having you guys, you and Tanya.
I wish Amanda had been in here. She said she was on the phone with her.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you guys.
It's nice to have the old crew back. Hopefully I will be on hopefully I'll be on time next week. Okay. Set your watch. I'm having getting to sleep issues. LOL. See that post just below your name? That's how we're getting to sleep lately.
Yes.
Do we need to send him some?
Probably.
Just starting on healing herbs. Gotcha.
So next week we're going to try and do something a little bit different. We're going to give and give us the thumbs up if you guys are down with this. We've been going back and forth because a lot of y'all have been asking about Robin's Essential Oils class. And with the way that everything is so busy and we have so many of our friends doing live shows and stuff like that, we thought about doing a 15-minute segment in our Saturday night live show where Robin does a brief thing and then she's probably might even start to do some videos on those essential oils. Which one would you rather have, the video or like a 15-minute block in the live stream?
In the live stream. Because we have so much fun on these, I don't want to be like, okay, now it's time to get serious. Like,
Well, that's good. Then that means I don't ever have to drink patchouli again on a live stream.
Yep. You lucked out.
Yeah.
We had started doing some small videos on some of the oils, and they were okay, but it didn't seem like they were very well received. And it could just be YouTube. YouTube didn't shoot them out very well. I don't know. But I am we do have quite a few, don't care either way, just happy to see they're coming back. We've definitely got a lot of stuff in the kitchen that we're going to be doing.
Hidden within myself, video, because I don't see it lasting 15 minutes.
Like
you are probably so true. You've been around a while, haven't you?
Yeah, so video.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Thank you guys so much for that input.
Yeah. Can I do a 1-hour stream every other week?
Again, there's so many people doing lives. I just really don't want to step on toes.
Yeah, you might find that 15 minutes is too short for that. Well, but I'll tell you, like, something that I noticed the other day, I was looking at some of our older cooking videos, and I even messaged Jason, and I was like, oh my God, why did you let me win the argument about these videos? Because 20 minutes is way too long to do a twice baked potato. It should not take that long. And I think part of it is because I am the person that didn't know how to fry chicken. I didn't know how to cook a chicken breast when I was in my 20s.
I saw you going in a completely different direction
and
when you started that sentence.
So my thing is that I want to cover everything, and sometimes that's not completely necessary. So, making a twice baked potato takes me 25 minutes to explain. But I think if you watched our breakfast burrito video, you'll see that we were able to take a big thing and, condense it down and make it a little bit. Couldn't cook chicken to no butchering chickens. I know, right? I know. So, yeah. So, I'm the kind of person, like, I come from a spot where I didn't even know how to barely boil water. And so when I'm trying to tell somebody how to cook something, I tend to be a little bit more in detail about some things. So, especially if I do something different than the way that most people do it. Like, I tend to kind of be a little bit over the top about that. Windswept, what's up?
Now, as we're cross-dissolving into the next season, obviously so will our videos be cross-dissolving. You're going to get to see more cooking videos. I'm going to start doing some stuff in the woodshop. Mm-hmm. The most anticipated, most requested, most demanded woodshop video.
The
Lord
box.
willing and the creek don't rise. I know some of y'all been waiting years for the bat box video. May not be the first one because I think the first one's going to be on my table saw extension table that I'm building, but then I'm going to do the ones on the pepper cages things that I'm making, but then probably that one will be the bat box.
Bat box, yeah.
And the reason why it's going to take me so long to get the bat box is because I got to put the dado blades in, and I really just don't like.
Kitty's like, oh my god!
I just really don't. I hate changing blades on the table saw.
I know.
I absolutely
miracles do happen.
and I don't know why I hate it so much, because it's not that hard of a thing to do. And on the new, that Craftsman one, it's not as bad. But on my Ryobi table saw, I know why I hate doing it. That's because I got to take that riving knife off, and then it's forever.
To put it.
I'm in there like this.
Hey, Amy.
Trying to get the thing back on there, because the last thing you really want to do is not have that riving knife on there a lot.
Good night, Cattywampus. Milking goats at 9 o'clock. Whew.
Yep. In there. Done that. Not necessarily milking
goats, but yep, we have been there, done that, haven't we? Yeah. So that will be on the, and then hopefully maybe a little bit during this winter I'll have a little bit of time to finish up, because I am almost done with my book. Like, it's getting a lot closer now. So I'm a little late. I was taking care of the baby meat chicks, the chicken nuggets. So yeah. I'll tell y'all, I need to do a video on my chickens, on my, what Jason calls my spoiled chickens. He calls them something else, but the spoiled chickens, they,
don't pay him any money. Don't engage.
We have 2 roosters in the pen, and they're both beautiful. I got to see them again today, and the true whitings, tail feathers are coming in, and like, I can't wait to be able to do some photography with them. I need to get Carol with her camera out there and just kind of let them do their thing. How is Jaja? Jaja is a boss. I've got a picture I'll be posting on Instagram this week showing the difference. Like, when I had her back in April on my shoulder, she was like, here. And now she's like up over my head. So.
And still pooping on you.
And still pooping on me. So yeah. So I've got to do kind of a update video on all of them, because they're all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful birds, and very healthy. We're starting to get about 5 or 6 eggs a day. Yeah, we were talking about that, Amy, at the beginning of the video. At the beginning of the about the 2 storms that are converging, pretty much over Amy's head. So.
And now, Amy, this would be a good time for y'all to get in a truck and come visit. I'm just saying. You ever think that Jesus may be sending 2 hurricanes that way because y'all are supposed to come visit us? Just saying. Listen to the Lord and come visit.
If you harvest the duck egg, they will lay more. Not ours. our Muscovies are, Muscovies don't lay like regular ducks. They're like, they lay 4 times, I think 3 or 4 times a year, and it's basically just to reproduce.
And our ducks, the duck eggs, will be going into the hatching tray this week.
Yes, they will.
Super excited.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know, right, Dee? It's plane ticket time. But yeah, and then we also have, we didn't really tell a whole lot of people. We have meat chickens here. I'm not putting those poop machines in my car. They would stink really bad in a car. It would be bad. Oh, that's what I was asking. Now, do ducks lay eggs? Yes. But ours, we have Muscovy ducks, and our Muscovies only lay 4 times a year, and they'll lay a small clutch, and then they'll hatch those out, and in our experience here, they are horrible mothers. So what we have been doing is when they hatch out their eggs, we scoop everybody up and we put them in one of the smaller chicken tractors that we have, and we move them around until the baby ducks are juvenile, at least juvenile size, and then we'll turn everybody loose because they.
See, I don't know if I'm gonna. This batch that we have in that tractor right now, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna turn them loose.
You're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to move because
I may have to build them their own little coop.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna start putting them in the rotation. I am done populating Elberton and Hartwell.
Yeah.
And the surrounding areas of Muscovies. Because we ate that one that you trapped.
Yes.
And so I want to eat them some more.
Yes, they are tasty. Muscovy ducks are definitely tasty. The problem we had with ducks was finding the eggs and dirty, muddy, poopy eggs. Yes, that does happen. And that's one thing that we're looking forward to with the Muscovies, we raise them for meat, obviously not for eggs. And the duck breast meat looks like a filet mignon. It is absolutely amazing. It tastes really good. So we definitely want to raise them and put them into our meat rotation. And so yeah, the best way to do that is going to be putting them, into an enclosure where we can kind of, keep them protected. Right now we have 3 or 4 females.
City Girl, send us an email because you're relatively close, and we will give you our price list for duck, turkey, beef, pork.
It is. It's very tasty. So we're going to put them into the meat rotation here coming up soon, because we have I think 4 or 5 females. And so we're getting a good rotation of the babies. So we should be able to keep up with that and this is the second time we've been successful on keeping them with mom, and that's, you need to just bring her here because we got about 5 boys running around. They're all over the place.
What?
Amy said they have 1 female and she needs a boyfriend. But
Amy
Broussard, sorry. I wish we could evacuate to Georgia. That sounds great, actually. Yeah. No, I'm totally aware. That's what I was going to correct him on, is with him being where he's working, it's just not an option.
Okay.
So,
look, this is how you get out of it. Why do I always have to be the bad person here? Okay? Why can't y'all think outside the box? Okay? Look. Go to work one day. Take a red marker. And put just these little red bumps all over. Start coughing and hacking.
oh my God.
And then go to your boss and say, I've been exposed to COVID.
Oh my God.
And I don't know
horrible.
I don't know why I got these red bumps. I mean, we did eat squirrel last night, so then they think you might have a mixture of COVID and the Black Plague, and they were like, don't come back for like a month. In the meantime, you just jump in the car, come on to Georgia, hang out for a week or two. Go back. By then, we'll get the little red dots off your face, and you can go get your COVID.
COVID has skin manifestations. Whoa, whoa. What's up, Mindful Homestead?
I need to speak with you, don't I? Because then you want me to ask him something. Then you tell me I need to reach out to him and ask him about something.
No, I told you that he was doing the Siskovich tractors.
Yes.
And he's kind of, was it the same? He hasn't, at least the last that I heard from him through comments, he had not done the conduit yet. So.
What's up, Off Kilter?
So, anyway.
So, that's why I need to speak at you.
So, anyway.
So, that's how you do it, Brad.
D says, yes, I support that scheme, and I've got 2 weeks off so I can drive down and we'll make it a party.
There we go.
Every sickness is, I know, everything is COVID now. Oh, well, it happens. So.
Yeah, I was joking when I was talking with a family member on the phone the other day, and I coughed, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "It's just COVID." And I kept on talking, making the joke, and they were like, "Oh, you tested positive," and they started crying, and I'm like, "I was just playing."
He said he bet the conduit yesterday. It was easy as pie. So what I think I'm finding out is that we bought John's book the first time he put it out.
Yep.
And enough people complained about his measurements and the things that he did that it seems like he put out another edition, and we have not since gotten that edition. And so we are struggling through the book.
You would think that he would have sent
or an email or something. I mean, it just like,
I just
we had
get
no idea until he answered me back in the
Mindful
comments.
Homestead said something. I just want to get the proper measurements from you from what he fixed.
Because I don't even think the conduit was right. I think that's why he probably had absolutely no problem. The way that we did the conduit, the measurements, it's whatever. But John Siskovich put out a book. They're a little wonky in the new one too. See, like, that's the thing. I hate when someone has a really good idea and a really good concept and doesn't go the extra lengths to make sure that it's right. That's why, like, when I was doing my oils videos, my live streams, it would take me almost the entire week to put all that information together. That's why Jason was saying, for us to do a live stream, like, it would take me all week to put one together, and I just don't have the time to do that. And so when something like this happens, you have this great idea, this wonderful concept. Take the time to put the thing together and figure out exactly what measurements are needed before you make a book out of it and then publicize the crap out of it to where everybody wants to use it, and it's not right. Sorry. I'm going to write his email down right now. And I'm going to tell you why I'm so upset about this.
Oh, two family calling out. Sounds like the opportunity for Mama.
And see, she knows. They know because they were here and looking at the book with us, so they understand my frustration.
Daryl was trying to help Robin put it together while I was in the back fixing with the girls fixing the barbed wire fencing where I got struck by lightning.
Yeah, I was up front trying to put the books together, or the tractors together. But, like, the other thing that really irritated the crap out of me was the fact that I'm just sending, you guys are friends on Facebook, right? So just,
yeah.
So anyway, the thing that irritates me the most about it is that there's this preconception about women and men doing woodworking or building.
Oh, you're getting on that rabbit.
And so when a woman is out doing the work, and my husband is guilty of this as well sometimes. Did you remeasure it? Did you check the measurements? Did you make sure the measurements were right?
Hold on. What is the number one rule of woodworking?
Measure twice. Measure 5 times. I
measure
did that.
Twice, cut once. That's all I was asking.
But this is the thing that irritates me. Because this is what happened. I go to measure it. It's a 10-foot board. I measure it from the right. And then I go to measure it from the left. Right? Should be the same. So I do that. Well, then I go back and I go and remeasure it. Or no, I measured it all from the left. Then I come back and do it and measure it from the right, and it wasn't the same later down the road or whatever. Putting things together or whatever it was, it just did not, the measurements didn't work. And so I got so irritated with all of the stuff that he was doing in this book that it made me look like an idiot. And because I'm a woman doing this measuring and doing all the cutting,
back the whole estrogen.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about anybody. What I'm saying is that the insecurity is there. That it's like, well, because I'm a woman, I must have screwed it up. And whether you believe it or not, that's the way I felt about it. So that's the thing that bothered me. I mean, I didn't actually read the book. I just looked at the pictures. See, that's the other problem. You guys don't read directions, right? And that was his problem. He didn't put directions down. It's just a picture. Put it together. No bueno. So anyway. But,
because if I trust your measurements,
you trust my cutting. You trust about everything.
Your measurements better than I trust my own, because I don't know what's going on with my prescription for my eyeglasses, but I'm having a very hard time reading a tape measure.
Mm-hmm.
So there are times now when I measure something and I ask you to double check behind me. So
unless it's a pre-cut stud, a board is longer than its description. It gives room for saw blade widths for cuts. Right, I understand that. And we measured each board. Like if it said it was 10 foot and the board was 10 foot 2 inches, we'd cut off the 2 inches. I mean, like, I know this stuff. I do this stuff. But what was happening is, so you would have these measurements, and then he was doing half lap joints. And so then you would have to measure that 3.5 inches. Well, if I did it all from this way, it would work. But then if I went this way, it would go a different way. So, yeah, Jason did a wonderful job cutting the boards, but they were wrong in the book. So, yeah, so that was the problem. And even, we found that even with the conduit, when we went to start bending the conduit, it said that the opening was supposed to be 6 feet, which is 72 inches. Well, that's great if your overall tractor is 72 inches wide. Well, our tractor wasn't 72 inches wide because the measurements were wrong. So it was just a mess. And because I had been responsible for marking all the lap joints, cutting all of the boards, I felt like it not coming together was because I was incompetent. And so that bothered me.
I don't know why.
So
never once.
Well, because here's the reason why. Because at first I didn't catch on that it was because of the measurements. That's what I'm saying. Is like when it was all going on, I'm trying to redo all of this stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't understand. Like, this is not right. And then I started adding stuff together. And at that point, I had just come out of being on the fabrication side. And so I still had my calculator that added fractions. And so I was able to add fractions of inches and things like that. And when I started doing that, I started adding everything up. And I'm like, this is not adding up right. And that's when I started to figure out it wasn't me. But up until that point, because I didn't know that the measurements were wrong, that's what I'm talking about. It wasn't anything that you did. It was the fact that when I was trying to put it all together, it just didn't. It's like writing down a recipe and forgetting to put in a major step or ingredient. Exactly. Kitty said, that's why I hate following some blueprints. You never know they're right unless you shit there. Yeah. And the other thing too is, unless you go to kind of put it all together and it doesn't, you really just need to line up your top and bottoms for the sides and making your own spot for the lap joints. Exactly. Like, that's what I feel like at the end of the day. You just have to, put the long boards together, put everything together. Okay, this is where the lap joints need to go. And my conduit was too wide for the tractor, but I used a 3/4 bender for 1/2 inch conduit, so that messed it all up. Ours was 1/2 inch, but our bender was 1/2 inch, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got the right bender.
Yeah, it just didn't work out right for us. So, anyway.
I already did.
But yeah, so it was one of those things. It wasn't anything you did. What I'm saying is, and I guess I missed that part telling everybody, is that I didn't figure out right away that his measurements were wrong.
Yeah.
And so
well, I mean,
when
somebody gives you a cut list, you trust said cut list.
Well, the thing that
and you go ahead and make your cuts.
Right. Well, the other thing is that I had no reason. I really should have videoed it. I shot almost. See, we did the same thing.
No, I got a lot of video. We're gonna be putting that video out here pretty soon. As soon as we get the one done, we got the conduit and stuff. We got to put the netting over and the wire up, the wheels on. Which you're gonna run into this if you haven't yet. The brace that he told you to purchase,
the 9-inch whatever it was
for the wheels, so that way they don't waller out the thing. You're gonna have to not only drill through that wood, but drill through that metal brace. So be prepared for that. You're gonna have to get a big enough drill bit for that.
Unless he was able to find the thing that we couldn't find.
Unless you were lucky enough to be able to find the one, but I don't know. That might be a West Coast thing or something, but
screw that strong tie. Yeah. Screw that strong tie. Yeah. So it basically it became one of those things where I just.
It's definitely. I love the design of the GrowVeg chicken tractor, and I love how everything is set up for it. I think it was a brilliant design. The book was just piss poorly put together.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what it was. My thing, the reason I didn't question the measurements, and it took me so long to figure out the measurements, is because I didn't read the book cover to cover, but like he took the time in the book to explain why he chose every material that he did and why he wouldn't substitute for other things. Like he went into a really long description about like what types of screws he used, why he did lap joints, like all of this different stuff. So you would figure that if he was putting that much effort into that he would, one, give you an step-by-step instruction of how to put the dang thing together, which he did not, and that his measurements would be accurate. He gave you a full cut list on how to do every single board, and then it's wrong.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder how much influence he really had in the production of the book. Because he just does not strike me, with watching his videos and stuff, he doesn't strike me as the type of person that would hose these important details like this. So,
Mindful Homestead, you're probably, I don't have it right in front of me. Yeah, I love John. He's an awesome guy, and he's done so much to get people into pasture poultry. But yeah, his measuring translation skills were lacking. Yeah. Mindful Homestead, can you help Amy with that question? She's asking, what's the size of the chicken tractor? I know he puts, 25 birds?
Oh, they're like 30, 25 birds.
Yeah.
Per chicken tractor. It is
10 feet.
10 feet long, and it's supposed to be
7 feet wide.
7 feet wide.
I think it's supposed to be close to 72 inches. Yeah. I mean, 6 feet wide, 72 inches. So 6 feet wide by 10 feet long, I think, roughly.
Yeah, it's like 10 or 12 feet long.
Yeah. So, and I think it's supposed to hold like, I mean, I would hope he built it, but he's got 1 million of them on his property. Like, you watch his videos.
He built it. But I think happened he...
there you go, 10 feet by 6 feet.
He delegated after he built these, I'm thinking he delegated somebody to go out there and get all of the measurements, and they're just not as detail oriented as he is. And he trusted this person, whoever it was, and
I don't know.
It just didn't turn out because he does not, I've never met the man, but through his videos and his practices with his farms, he does not strike me as the type of person that would cut corners on a book. So I really think he delegated that to somebody, and that individual is not very good at taking measurements, or just hosed it up.
He said they're free ranging theirs behind Premier Fencing, so they're doing 60 birds in it, but only at night. So they're not in the tractor during the day. See, we can't do that here.
Yeah.
We have too much of an aerial
who's doing
predator
that?
problem. Mindful Homestead. We have too much of an aerial predator issue here, so we can't.
Well, he's doing it at night.
No, he's putting them in the tractors at night to protect them at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we can't. We've been fortunate so far with our Eggmobile chickens because we have a very powerful rooster. He is extremely, he is very good about protecting his girls.
I'm gonna miss him when he goes, because he's the type of rooster that will fly up into the tree to go toe to toe with a hawk.
Yeah, he's
he's
a beast.
I'm gonna miss him when he finally goes. But he'll probably be very good in a fajita as well. But and hopefully,
beautiful bird.
Hopefully, we're gonna put some of his babies into the incubator and hopefully get a couple of them, and so that'll be nice to keep that bloodline going. But we've also added Gizmo this year, and Gizmo's very on point. When it comes to aerial predators.
But anything out of the ordinary, but
he
definitely
hates ducks. I guess because they may be in his brain housing group, maybe that it is close to an aerial predator.
I don't know. He gets fired up when the ducks come by. I feel like they must have done something to him at some point. And so now he's like...
I bet they were out there shaking their tail feather like, you can't get this far.
What all chicken breeds do you have? Oh my god.
That's a video.
A lot. Our
I'll put it to you this way.
What up?
We are America.
Heinz 57.
When it comes to chicken breeds.
8x16. 65 birds in it at the moment, but it can hold 85.
Whew.
That's a lot of chickens.
That's a lot of chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've had a true Southern goodbye, do you want to
let's go ahead and tell everybody goodbye.
Finish wrapping it up again. All right, we're going to get on the road. All right, now, you just be careful down there at the I-85 intersection. You know how they get down there. And last week that fella went off the road and he hit that double tree. You know what double tree I'm talking about, right? The one that looked like a V.
We need to talk. I need to get more hands. Yeah, we have the meat birds and laying birds.
Now, you call us when you get to the house and tell your mama I said hello.
All right, y'all. It's 9:30. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us.
2 weeks in a row, 3 videos out each week. We're starting to get this rhythm thing down, y'all. And thank you guys so much for all of the love and support that you have given Robin and I over the years and through this transition with losing Bubba and him going off and starting to create his own life. And so thank you guys for sticking with us and being so patient about us not being able to put out the videos.
Yeah, I know we would say we're going to do this or we're going to do that, and then just life gets in the way, and we really appreciate y'all being patient with us and hanging out with us.
Speaking of old YouTube friends, I know some of y'all like Kitty and them, y'all used to watch this fella too, but J0, he had a huge following, and he decided to leave YouTube because his bait fish business has been getting off the ground. I talked to John the other day. He is doing well. Really well, and his business is doing good. And so I just wanted to kind of pass that along because J0, he's a big old dude. He's just a big old teddy bear. His heart is probably bigger than he is. And so he is doing great. And it's his turn to call now because I called this month. So
that's right. It's his turn to call next month.
Yep. So and that's how him and I roll. We take turns calling each other. I can't wait to get to see him again, even though he's probably gonna punch me because he doesn't know he's got a present coming from me. And that's one thing about Johnny, he hates gifts.
Okay.
He hates gifts, so.
Southern goodbye.
Well, you're the one who started it last time. It's my turn now. But anyway, that's a video.
I will be posting something on Big Bear Nation this evening for the prayer list. So if there's anything that you guys want on there, go ahead and add it.
Yes.
And we'll get that taken care of tomorrow.
Okay, since the people that were supposed to win tonight's thing with the thing weren't here, we're going to go ahead and kick it and push it to next week. Now, everybody knows. Sometime during the week, Robin is going to post in the Big Bear Nation, you might be a homesteader if. The one that gets the most laughy faces is more likely going to be the one that's going to win.
But ultimately,
Robin and I are going to choose. Now, the things that we're going to be giving...
It's going to be the thing that makes me belly laugh the loudest. Just saying.
No, we'll be giving away maybe some of our seeds that we saved. That's a big thing right now. I know TJ is talking about making some more things and send them, so we may be giving his stuff away. And
is it a bag of poop?
And it may be battery operated nose hair clippers if you have a big snoz.
Oh my God.
That could help you out. It could also be a brush that can clean the hot dogs of in between your hot dog rolls in the back of your head. You never know what we're going to give away. And so there's that.
You're killing me. Killing me. And I may do something different. It may not be, you might be a homesteader if. It might be something else. But that's what we're going to start with. I got major bats in the cave.
So. She thinks she's funny, don't she?
No, I'm laughing at that one.
Why is that so funny?
The visual of that. Sorry. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
No, you've got to explain.
No, go. I'll explain to you off camera.
Okay. Right now, I feel like Peanut. And, I don't understand what it's so.
You're talking about nose hairs. He says I have bats in the cave. You didn't get it.
Okay, I got it now.
Oh my God. Oh.
Okay, that was funny. Wasn't that funny?
She said you're gonna need a good digger for the bats. I gotta go. I need to go to the bathroom soon. Oh, boosh. Meow. All right, y'all. It's been fun. Oh, y'all are making my head hurt.
Just go give me some peanuts there, Sydney.
All right, y'all. For real.
I'm telling you what's coming. I'm telling you exactly what's coming because I seen this when she was poloing D with the helium voice. It's going to be like this. Just get off the ice cream. I got to pee. I got to pee.
And he said, buggers. We're talking about buggers.
Whatever you do, nobody put up an emoji of poop.
Okay.
You
On
have to
that
go-
note, I'm good.
No, you're not. No, you're not in the least little bit good. You've laughed hard for exactly 10 minutes so far. I'm surprised you haven't farted.
Was there something extra in that iced tea? No.
Woosah. Woosah. Grizzly Adams.
I've never heard that before, so when he said it, it just totally...
You know what's bad? We're going to get into bed. And I'm going to be half asleep, and she's going to rethink about this.
I do
And this is going to start all over again. So I got a whole nother 45 minutes of this laugh about boogers.
All because you had to make fun of Brett's nose. Like, that's all your fault.
Yep.
You have to own this.
This is God saying, oh, you won't keep making fun of...
Okay, I'll stop. You're the one that's going to have to deal with her later. Because really, I am like that. Like, I'll just be... Or it might even be tomorrow. Like, we'll be sitting at the dinner table tomorrow, and somebody will sneeze or something, and I'll just be like, oh my God, bats in the cave. Okay, for real.
You are now ruined. If we get a bat call, you're done.
Did you guys see my post on Facebook about that? I don't know if anybody saw that, but did I talk about it on the Facebook? I mean, on the live last week?
About what?
About my Google search.
Yes.
Yes.
You talked about it.
Oh my God, it was bad. What does poop taste like? Who searches that? Make sure you confirm this in a Marco, please. Wait, what? I don't know. Anyway. This has to carry over to Marco. Keith is looking over at me like, what the heck? Okay, for real. It is almost 10 o'clock. We have to get to bed because we have a busy day tomorrow. I have to shoot a video.
I got to shoot B-roll for my video.
Yeah, and you've got another one. So we're going to call it a night. And
because we got a whole another hour and a half laughing about bats in a cave.
Not going to do it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because you're going to try to hold it in, then you're going to fart, and then you're going to be like, I got to poop, and then that's just done.
Right now, I've got a headache. All right.
Thanks, guys. Now we got a headache.
I'm going to punch you right in a no square. All right.
Okay.
Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat cave. D said, I'll text you at 6 a.m. So, from all of us here at the Big Bear Homestead,
recycle, repurpose, reuse, keep stuff out of the landfill,
and give those wildlife a chance.
Especially the bats. So, from Robin and I, we want to remind you to plant smiles and harvest the love, baby. Yeah.
Goodbye, y'all.
Night-night.
Bat cave.
Mic is still on. They can still hear you.